Hello, my name is Anna Hatfield, and this is week 4 for Bio240. This week we covered the lymphatic and immune system, and because we didn't have dissection this week, our instructions are to use a printed illustration to show the location of the pharyngeal tonsils and thymus. So I printed these out, and I'm going to show you first where the pharyngeal tonsils are located, and that would be, let me see if I have a pen, right here. They're in the, they're inside of the mouth near the opening of the nasal cavity in the pharynx. So this is a lateral view of internally, of course. So there you have your nasal cavity, your mouth, and it's back here by the pharynx. If you open your mouth and you see your pharynx, you can see back here, right in the pharynx, is the pharyngeal tonsils. When these tonsils get enlarged, it's most likely due to a infection, and they can cause an interference because they become enlarged, and you can have, interfering of breathing in breathing problems. It can, and that would be called the adenoids that get, the palatine tonsils are also located near the opening of the oral cavity in the pharynx, right there. But what we're looking at there is the pharyngeal tonsils. So that explains my location for the pharyngeal tonsils that are located near the opening of the nasal cavity and into the pharynx. Then we have the thymus gland. The thymus is located in the upper anterior front part. So we're looking at the chest. Here sits the heart, the lungs, and these wonderful little glands are right in the middle there. They are on the upper anterior, which is the front part of the chest, and directly behind the sternum. So the sternum is that thick plated looking bone that sits on top of our lungs. It holds our rib cage together. It sits right between the lungs there. There's the thymus gland. The thymus reaches its maximum weight of 1 ounce during puberty. And the thymus stimulates the development of T cells. Now moving along, I'm going to also explain the innate and adaptive immune system, because that's what we're also covering. They go hand in hand. These glands help support our immune system. So both of the immune system work in different levels. We first have our special defense cells. These defense cells, well, to start over, the innate general immune system and the adaptive system, they specialize. They're the immune system. So there's 2 parts to them. That's what they are. They both work together closely, and they take on different tasks. So one of them would be they have defense cells in the tissue. These cells belong to cellular defense. So they help fight and eliminate pathogens, germs. So that's what that is. It is our natural defense mechanism against pathogens, that come into the body, such as many, like I want to say a kid has an ear infection, they have to give them amoxicillin, right, to fight that infection. Well, our body does that for us. Of course, we do get the antibiotics to help us because our defense system is a natural way of slowly taking care of these pathogens in our body, or bacteria, germs. But we also, of course, acquire antibiotics and such to help us. But the next question on our assignment was also to explain and provide examples. Well, I just did of those innate, and what was it called? Adaptive immunity. Provide practical examples of passive and natural, artificial, and active natural and artificial immunities. Well, the passive immunity is provided when a person is giving antibodies. So vaccines, such as like for a flu or the flu season, we go and we get these antibodies injected into us. We don't think of them as, the germ that's actually being injected, but that is ultimately what it is. It's helping us receive this antibody, and develop a strength for it. So antibodies, diseases help our immune system get stronger. That's the way I think of it. Passive immunity, the protection is immediate, whereas an active immunity takes time to develop itself. Briefly explain HIV effects of the immune system. Well, HIV destroys the immune system, pretty much. That is why we have also, it leads to AIDS. That's why a lot of people have died, thousands of people have died from this disease. It is a virus that attacks the immune system. The immune system is what helps us fight infections, but this particular disease attacks our defense system. So over time, HIV weakens our body, weakens the immune system, so therefore you get sick really easy, cuts, bruises, all of those things that we naturally are able to develop a defense and a restoration for. It's no longer something that the body, with time, because it weakens the immune system, and it's very hard to fight diseases. So that is what HIV, the human immune deficiency virus, is. And that concludes my video for week 4 for LAPU. My name is Anna Hatfield, and this is Bio240.